It's 7:15 on a quiet Tuesday evening. You finally sink into the couch after a long day, exhaling deeply as you reach for your phone. Within seconds, you hear the soft padding of paws across the carpet. You look up to find your dog standing 3 feet away, their favorite toy clamped gently in their mouth. The one with the squeaker that barely works. The one they've treasured for years. They walk closer and drop it directly onto your lap. Then they sit and wait. Their eyes are locked on your face with an intensity that feels almost human. Most owners smile and think one thing. They want to play fetch. So you pick up the toy, toss it across the room, and wait for them to retrieve it. But your dog doesn't chase it. They just keep staring at you. Or they bring it right back and drop it again. Not excited or playful, just persistent. But what's happening in that moment has nothing to do with play. What's happening is something ancient, something that connects your dog to their wolf ancestors and reveals exactly how they see you in their world. Under that slobbery toy is a complex language of caregiving, resource sharing, and biological devotion that most owners completely miss. When your dog brings you their toy, they aren't asking you for something. They're trying to give you something. And there's one specific way your dog presents that toy. The angle of their approach, whether they make eye contact, how they position their body, that reveals whether they see you as their equal, their dependent, or their protector. We'll get to that near the end. And once you know what to look for, you will never see your dog the same way again. Let's start with the one that changes everything. Your dog is performing ancient caregiving behavior. When your dog brings you their toy, they're not starting a game. They're trying to take care of you. In wolf packs, sharing valuable resources, food, safe spaces, prized objects, happens only between bonded family members. It's how wolves show care and maintain pack cohesion. Researchers at Wolf Park documented that wolves selectively share possessions exclusively within their immediate family unit, never with outsiders or lower-ranking members. Your dog carries the same biological programming. That toy isn't just an object. It's the most valuable thing they own, and they're offering it to you as an act of caregiving. University of Vienna researchers found that dogs exhibit gift-giving behavior almost exclusively toward their primary attachment figure, not toward other household members, not toward strangers, only toward the person they're most deeply bonded to. Your dog has watched you interact with objects, your phone, your keys, your coffee mug. They've learned that you value possessions. So when they want to care for you, they bring you what they treasure most. Think about that. Your dog is trying to provide for you the same way you provide for them, using the only language they have. But it gets deeper than simple generosity. Your dog is trying to regulate your emotions. Have you noticed your dog brings toys more often when you're upset, when you've had a stressful day, when you're sick on the couch? That's not coincidence. Research from the University of Portsmouth showed that dogs display pro-social behavior by bringing objects to distressed humans significantly more frequently than to calm humans. Your dog is reading your emotional state through micro-changes in your breathing, posture, and scent. When they detect stress, they respond with what researchers call comfort-seeking behavior. But they're not seeking comfort for themselves. They're trying to provide it for you. Edwos Laurent University found that 61% of dogs tested showed secure attachment bonds functionally identical to human-infant caregiver relationships. And just like human children who bring their favorite stuffed animal to comfort an upset parent, your dog is using their most treasured possession to try to make you feel better. Here's what makes this remarkable. Your dog doesn't have words for "you seem sad." They don't have hands to give you a hug. But they have a toy and a biology that knows shared precious things can heal emotional pain. When you dismiss that offering or toss it aside without acknowledgement, your dog's brain registers it as a failed attempt to care for you, and that failure creates stress in them too. And there's something even more profound happening. Your dog is synchronizing your nervous systems. When your dog drops that toy and looks into your eyes, they're not just cueing you to throw it. They're trying to create a biological connection. Nagasawa and colleagues at Azabu University discovered that when dogs and owners engage in mutual gaze during gift exchange behaviors, oxytocin levels spike by 300% in humans and 130% in dogs, the same bonding hormone that connects mothers to babies. Recent research from the University of Jyväskylä showed that dog-owner pairs achieve heart rate variability synchronization within 90 seconds during interactive toy play. Your dog's cardiovascular system literally tunes itself to yours when you engage with their offering. Your dog doesn't have language for, "I feel disconnected and need to reconnect." They have a tennis ball and a biology that knows shared activities can pull two nervous systems back into harmony. This is why your dog often brings toys after you've been apart or when household tension is high. They're using the toy as a tool for emotional regulation, not just their own, but yours too. If you're finding this as fascinating as I am, it genuinely helps to share content like this because it means more dog owners start understanding what their dogs are really trying to tell them. Your dog is testing the security of your bond. Not all toy bringing looks the same, and the difference reveals everything about how your dog perceives your relationship. Sometimes they drop the toy and back away, watching. Sometimes they hold it and wait for you to take it. Sometimes they place it gently in your lap and stay close. Each variation reveals something different. If your dog drops the toy and backs away, they're offering respectful tribute. They see you as the higher-ranking member. If they hold it and wait for you to take it, they see you as an equal partner. If they place it in your lap and stay close, they see you as someone who needs their care. Research from the Canine Cognition Center at Yale showed that dogs understand object value and make deliberate choices about which items to offer when. During reunion moments or times of owner distress, they selectively bring higher value items, not the random ball, but the special one they sleep with. Your response teaches your dog which role is correct. If you ignore the offering, they learn their caregiving attempts don't matter. If you immediately throw it, they learn you only value the game, not the gift. But if you acknowledge the toy, hold it for a moment, make eye contact, and then engage, your dog learns their attempt to care for you was successful. One dog owner shared that her German Shepherd brought her his rope toy every morning and placed it on her lap while she drank coffee. She used to toss it aside because she was busy. After learning about this behavior, she started holding the toy for 30 seconds, thanking him, and setting it gently beside her. His tail wagged, he sighed contentedly, and he settled at her feet for the first time in months. That's not training, that's communication. Remember when I mentioned there's one specific way your dog presents the toy that reveals everything? We're getting close to that revelation, but first we need to talk about what happens when this beautiful behavior goes wrong. Your dog is asking, "Do you still need me?" Every time your dog brings you their toy, they're asking a deeper question. Am I valuable to you beyond being cared for? Do I have a role in your life that matters? Because dogs don't just need us, they need to feel needed by us. Research on canine cognition shows that dogs experience distress when they perceive themselves as unable to contribute to their human's well-being. It's why service dogs are calmer than pet dogs with no job. It's why working dogs thrive. They have purpose beyond receiving care. Your dog's toy bringing is their attempt to have a role in your emotional life. They're trying to be a caregiver, not just a care receiver. When this attempt is repeatedly dismissed or ignored, dogs internalize a painful message. I have nothing to offer except my need for care. This is when behavioral problems often start: anxiety, destructive behavior, attention seeking, because a dog who doesn't feel valuable will find other ways to feel necessary. But what if one day your dog just stops bringing toys altogether? The warning pivot, when the caregiving disappears. But what if the dog who brought you toys every single day for years suddenly stops? You come home to no greeting toy, you sit on the couch to no offering. Days pass with nothing. Most owners think they're just growing out of it or getting older. But here's what veterinary behaviorists want you to know. Sudden changes in routine caregiving behaviors are often the earliest detectable signs that something is medically wrong. Colorado State University researchers found that 35% of dogs over 8 show signs of cognitive dysfunction, and one of the first behavioral changes is loss of routine social behaviors like toy carrying and greeting rituals. If your previously generous dog suddenly stops offering toys, especially alongside confusion, night pacing, or changes in sleep patterns, that's not aging, that's a neurological red flag. It can also signal physical pain. Carrying objects requires neck, jaw, and shoulder coordination. Dogs with dental disease, arthritis, or muscle pain will quietly stop activities that hurt, and they won't limp or cry to tell you. They'll just stop bringing the toy. Additionally, if your dog begins obsessively hoarding toys away from you or starts guarding them when they never did before, this often indicates they're feeling vulnerable due to pain or cognitive changes. That's not behavioral regression. That's your dog whispering that something is wrong and the only language they have. If this change lasts more than 3 days, especially in dogs over 7, don't wait. That's a conversation for your veterinarian. Because paying attention to how your dog shares love is one of the quietest ways to protect them when they can't explain what hurts. Remember at the beginning when I mentioned there's one specific way your dog presents the toy that reveals everything about your bond? This is it. Watch what your dog does after they give you the toy. Do they drop it and walk away? Do they watch the toy or watch your face? The difference is everything. If your dog drops the toy and leaves, they're performing a duty. If they drop it and watch the toy, they're focused on the game. But if your dog drops the toy and watches your face, if their eyes stay locked on yours, reading your expression, waiting to see how you respond before they do anything else, that's a dog who cares more about your emotional reaction than the object itself. Research from the University of Portsmouth confirmed that dogs are one of the only non-primate species that actively monitor human facial expressions for emotional feedback during social interactions. When your dog brings you their toy and watches your face, they're asking, "Did this make you happy? Did I do something good for you? Are we okay?" A dog who brings you their toy because they love you will always watch your face, not the toy. They're not interested in what happens to the object. They're interested in what happens to you. And here's the profound truth. Most humans spend their whole lives hoping someone will notice when they're struggling, offer help without being asked, and care more about their happiness than their own comfort. Your dog does this every single day, with a slobbery tennis ball, without expecting anything in return, without needing you to say thank you. The least we can do is notice. If this changed the way you see your dog dropping that toy at your feet, go find your dog right now. If they have a toy nearby, accept it. Hold it for a moment. Look them in the eyes and let them know you understand they're trying to take care of you. They've been offering this gift since the day you met. Like this video and subscribe, because your dog deserves an owner who understands the language of their love this deeply. And leave a comment. What toy does your dog always bring you? Tell me about the moment you realized they weren't just playing, they were caring. I read every single one. In the next video, I'm going to show you what your dog's morning routine reveals about how they truly see you in the family hierarchy. And what you discover might change how you start every single day together. Don't miss it.